কত বড় কে কত ছোট এসব কোনো বিষয় নয়। অধ্যাবসায় আর প্রশিক্ষণই সফলতার মূল চাবিকাঠি। বিশ্বের সর্বকনিষ্ঠ অধ্যাপক মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের সুবর্ণ আইজ্যাক বারি বদরপুরের সেন্ট্রাল পাবলিক স্কুলে বিশাল ছাত্র সমাবেশে বক্তব্য রাখতে গিয়ে এমনই মন্তব্য করেছেন। তিনি সেই বিস্ময় বালক যিনি মাত্র 12 বছর বয়সে সমস্ত বিশ্বকে কাঁপিয়ে তুলেছেন। তার অসাধারণ প্রতিভায় বিশ্বের তাবড় তাবড় অধ্যাপক, বিজ্ঞানী, গবেষক, বুদ্ধিজীবী সকলেই মুগ্ধ। স্কুল লেভেল থেকে শুরু করে কলেজ এমনকি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়েও ফিজিক্স বা গণিতের কঠিন থেকে কঠিন যে কোনো সমস্যা মুহূর্তেই সমাধান করে দিয়ে তাক লাগিয়ে দিয়েছেন পুরো বিশ্বকে। বিশ্বে আলোড়ন সৃষ্টিকারী বাঙালি বংশোদ্ভূত আমেরিকার 12 বছরের সুবর্ণ আইজ্যাক বারিকে কাছে পেয়ে এবং মতামত বিনিময়ের সুযোগ পেয়ে উৎসাহ উল্লাসে ফেটে পড়েন বদরপুর সেন্ট্রাল পাবলিক স্কুলের সহস্রাধিক ছাত্রছাত্রীরা। পূর্ব নির্ধারিত সূচি অনুযায়ী মঙ্গলবার বিকেল 3টায় মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের বিস্ময়কর অধ্যাপক 12 বছর বয়সের সুবর্ণ আইজ্যাক বারির অনুষ্ঠান শুরু হয় ইআরডি ফাউন্ডেশন পরিচালিত বদরপুর সেন্ট্রাল পাবলিক স্কুলে। স্কুলের ছাত্রছাত্রী, অভিভাবকরা সহ আমন্ত্রিত বিভিন্ন স্কুলের সহস্রাধিক পড়ুয়াদের বিশাল সমাবেশে বক্তব্য পেশ করেন বিশ্বের সর্বকনিষ্ঠ অধ্যাপক তথা যাকে কেন্দ্র করে বরাক উপত্যকার শিক্ষানুরাগী মহল উজ্জীবিত সেই বিস্ময়কর বালক সুবর্ণ আইজ্যাক বারি। দীর্ঘ সময় ছাত্র সমাবেশে একাধিক শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠানের ছাত্রছাত্রীরা সরাসরি বিশ্বের সর্বকনিষ্ঠ অধ্যাপক সুবর্ণকে অর্থাৎ মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের সুবর্ণ আইজ্যাক বারিকে বিভিন্ন প্রশ্ন করেছেন। ছাত্রছাত্রীদের করা বিভিন্ন প্রশ্নের উত্তর অধ্যাপক সুবর্ণ খুব সহজভাবে তাদেরকে বুঝিয়ে দিয়ে নজর কেড়েছেন উপস্থিত সকলের। দেখে নিন বদরপুর সেন্ট্রাল পাবলিক স্কুলে আয়োজিত সেই অনুষ্ঠানের বিভিন্ন দৃশ্য।
So I requested his father was also there, who was witnessing the program. I requested the father, sir, since it is a very time consuming complex question, it may deprive many other students in asking the question, so he may
a proud father of Isaac Bari to accept our warm felicity.
Once again, normally I would give this speech on the stage, but I feel that to make it more connected to the students, parents, and teachers of this community, I would like to step down from the stage.
It's the first time happening, I think, in Bhadarpur, where celebrity like scholars are heavy and questions are asking and parents are listening. We should encourage.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Mama Shamit Chaudhary. I'm from Central Public School, Bhadarpur, studying class 9. So my question to you is, a magnet performs certain oscillations per minute in a horizontal plane where angle of drift is 60 degrees and Earth's total field is 0.5 g. At another place where total field is 0.6 g, the magnet performs 20 oscillations per minute. What is the angle of drift at this place?
Magnet performs 15 oscillations per minute, horizontal plane, okay. On another field where, okay, 20 oscillations per minute. Okay, so let me think about it. Let's see. So a magnet performs 15 oscillations per minute when the angle of dip, which I'm guessing is the angle of incline, is 60 degrees, and Earth's gravitational field is 0.5 g. So we get what? Well, you should get this magnet right over here, and it's oscillating at 15 per second, 15 times per second. And then you have an unknown angle of incline and 0.60, and we want to know what the angle of incline is oscillating 20 degrees. So, what I would guess is, let's see, and multiply by cosine. No, this is going to be equal to 20. So 15 divided by 0.6 is going to be 5 divided by 0.2 is equal to 25. So 25 cosine what is equal to 20? So cosine of something has to be equal to 20 over 25, or I'm pretty sure this should be around 35 degrees.
The object which are closer to us seems to move more faster, while the object which are farther away from us seems to move more slowly. Why?
Alright. So this effect that he mentioned is what we call the parallax effect. So basically, as he said, if you were constantly moving, like for example, you're in a car, moving by, it will appear that buildings that are closer to you are moving much faster than buildings farther away.
এদিন অনুষ্ঠান শেষে সাংবাদিকদের সাথে কথা বলতে গিয়ে বিশ্বে আলোড়ন সৃষ্টিকারী প্রফেসর আইজ্যাক বারি বলেন, কে কত বড় কে কত ছোট এসব কোনো বিষয়ই নয়, অধ্যাবসায় আর প্রশিক্ষণই সফলতার মূল চাবিকাঠি। সাংবাদিকদের একাধিক প্রশ্নের উত্তরে সুবর্ণ বলেন, গণিত এবং ফিজিক্স বিষয় ছাড়াও অনুশীলন করতে তিনি খুব পছন্দ করেন। তার পাশাপাশি বই লেখা এবং বিভিন্ন জায়গায় ভ্রমণ করতেও তিনি ভালোবাসেন। শুনে নেব সুবর্ণ আর কি বললেন।
I think that the most major difference is that in India, lots of people wrote memoirs. So in the US, most people, if they are actually interested in math and science, they are able to understand it in their own way. They're able to find so many resources about tutoring. But in India, lots of people are forced into the math and science pipeline where they don't want to be. So that means that most of them only have room and only have time for just memorizing the definition from the book. But one positive thing I would say India has, that in the US, the education system is much less rigorous and teachers are often much less inspired and have much less qualifications than in India, where often teachers have PhDs and have worked in the field for a very long time. So both education systems have their very big pros and cons.
I also want to add one more thing. American as a teacher, I have been teaching in America for a long time. American student has growth mindset and Indian student has fixed mindset in general.
I think that there's no one formula. It obviously depends on what your situation is and what your circumstances are and what you and your family have the money to buy. I myself have been very lucky to be in the circumstances that I am, because even though we're worse off than a lot of people, we are better off than most people. So I'm so grateful for what I currently have on myself, because most people don't even have the money to afford a tuition or afford a good education or even afford tutoring. So I think that the recipe to success is different for every person, but if you have the same amount of resources as I've had, then I think that the most consistent strategy is just to always seek help at every step of the way, because you know you can never do anything big all by yourself, no matter how big or how strong you are. It always takes the contributions of someone else in part to succeed. So that's why I think it takes lots of help and lots of teaching in order to get where I am today.
Do you think
So I don't know much about the Modi government's new plan for the education policy, but what I do know is that it will be standardizing education to be on the same system as Western education, especially with 11th and 12th grade now being added to high school.
Yes.
And while I don't think I can comment on that because it's kind of a minor change, just changes what building students will be going to. If there are any changes in the curriculum to make it more flexible, I think that would be highly needed by many students.
So as you came to know that you have visited Washington for an interview, and that interview you have replied some PhD level question and answers, and overnight you become the internet sensation. So what was the question? Can you remember if you share with us at least one or two question and answer?
So first off, I don't think it was PhD level. It was simply about the periodic table. And second of all, it was when I was 2 years old, which was more than a decade ago. So I cannot remember the question, of course, and the records of it I can't find on the Voice of America channel where it was recorded. So of course I cannot remember that question on me right now. But surely there's probably an archive of it somewhere on our own channel, Very Science Lab, which you should visit and subscribe to.
So I ask you a question. What is the message to the new generation of new students about this program of this culture?
I think that it's always important to actually understand everything behind math and science instead of just memorizing it, because your PhD and your future in math and science requires creativity, because a PhD requires discovery of at least one new thing. No matter how small it is, it has to be something no one has thought of before. So any robotic format is not going to work. You have to actually understand what you're working with and be creative enough, have the creative thinking to utilize and apply those things in order to actually make a new discovery. That's what I think our new generation needs.
Every English professor of the present world, we get expectation from the principal my answer. How do the students, younger students, develop their mind regarding the science and technology, the present situation?
I think that the present situation for younger students and their perspective on math and science is very, very bad. Most of them hate science. Most of them say they're bad at math and science. Most of them say it's for nerds and that's why they don't do it. They just feel like in some way math and science education is not helping them in one way or another. And that's why I think we need to not only reform our education, but for the time being a practical solution to seek help from other sources. Not just textbooks, but simulations, your own family, your friends, professors, a nearby community college or something. You have to teach more than just your teacher and your textbook. So I think that that's going to be what helps the newer generation in their perspective on science the most.
Last but not least question, you are the master of maths and science. People used to call you Einstein or living legend, genius. Okay, so my question is to you is, apart from these two, maths and science, what else you like?
I've always enjoyed chess. I've enjoyed badminton, biking, and there are so many other hobbies of mine that I enjoy. Sometimes I play piano, or sometimes I write stories, but obviously I'm not that good at those. And of course, I enjoy video games as any other normal kid does. And for the most part, at home, my life is almost like a normal kid, except that at the end of the day, I have to make videos and get into my college. But apart from that, I feel that I'm not missing out on anything a normal kid would do.